Do you have a relationship with Bambi?
This whole home wrecker and all this other narrative that she went around with, girl, when we were together and we was in the same house and we was trying to figure it out, apparently you was in the mix.
Is it true that when you and Scrappy were living together, that Bambi went into the house and she was one of the women that he was cheating on you with?
But yeah, it was my house. And Erica came over there as well.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna let Erica Dixon or anybody tarnish that.
Do you feel like you're responsible for Erica eating off of Love and Hip Hop right now?
But you know that they wanted me first and I turned it down. Ask yourself that question.
Now why am I in it?
You know, Scrap said that he wanted to bring her on board, you know, on the show, up and give some coins in her pocket. That's fine. No, you have no motion. Your store's been under renovation for how long? You're not getting booked. You was never the main chick. You was always number 2. I got the ring first. Why are you so invested in your first baby daddy? You should be trying to figure out what's going on with your second baby daddy. Or why you had these kids knowing that he was in a relationship with a whole nother woman.
Are you,
Definitely.
Scrappy, and Erica in a love triangle? So are you and Scrappy back dating?
But it was a time to where we were just like kind of having fun. Coloring is what I call it. Which
Coloring outside the lines?
out and inside the lines.
Also, Scrappy's been inside your line.
Oh, wow.
The internet exploded last night after a jaw-dropping leak sent shockwaves across the entire Love and Hip Hop fan base. Out of nowhere, a set of alleged Thr3esome footages surfaced online, clips that social media claims show Scrappy, Bambi, and a mystery woman, Erica Dixon, is rumored to have exposed herself. Within minutes, the hashtags were trending, timelines were flooded, and Atlanta was in full meltdown mode. Some fans swore the footage was real, pointing out details that matched Bambi's old condo decor. Others insisted the third figure looked eerily close to a woman Erica has publicly clashed with before. But what sent the scandal into overdrive was the accusation that Erica Dixon herself was behind the leak, posting shady emojis and cryptic captions just moments before the videos hit the internet. People are calling it the biggest betrayal and most chaotic crossover in Love and Hip Hop history. Erica and Bambi already had a decade of beef, but this is nuclear-level drama. And Scrappy, caught dead in the middle, has reportedly gone ghost, refusing to comment while blogs tear his name apart. Bambi posted and deleted a fiery message hinting that someone is playing with the wrong one, while Erica simply wrote, "I warned y'all." Fans are asking, was this revenge? Was it staged? Was it a setup? And if Erica really leaked it, what pushed her to this breaking point? One thing is certain, the Frost drama was nothing compared to what's unfolding now. This isn't just messy. This is lethal love and hip-hop chaos, and the footage is only the beginning. For years, the tangled history between Erica Dixon, Scrappy, and Bambi felt less like a love triangle and more like a battlefield stained with heartbreak, jealousy, pride, and unresolved wounds that never fully healed no matter how many seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta went by. Erica and Scrappy had the kind of history that people don't just walk away from. A young love that burned hot, crashed hard, and refused to stay buried even when both of them tried to move on. Fans remember the early seasons where Erica held Scrappy down through his struggles, supported him through his mess, and believed in him when the rest of the world shrugged him off as just another rapper wrestling with drama and demons. Their bond was deep, complicated, sometimes toxic, sometimes tender, with passion that could revive or destroy depending on the day. And when they broke up, it wasn't because the love was gone, it was because the damage was louder than the devotion. Scrappy moved on fast, too fast in many people's eyes, finding himself caught up in the glamorous, fiery orbit of Bambi, a woman who was everything Erica wasn't. Bold, flashy, unapologetic, and willing to go head-to-head with anyone who stood in her way. Their connection was instant but chaotic, fueled by passion but bruised by insecurity, jealousy, and the shadow of Scrappy's past, with Erica lingering over every kiss and every argument. Bambi entered that relationship like a soldier walking into war, ready to defend her territory, ready to fight for Scrappy, ready to prove she wasn't just another woman passing through his life. But the truth was, no matter how hard she tried, Erica Dixon's presence hovered over their marriage like a ghost that refused to be exorcised. And that resentment, it simmered, slowly, quietly, until it exploded. Scrappy spent years trying to juggle two worlds, the life he built with Bambi and the bond he shared with Erica through their daughter, Imani. But every co-parenting conversation turned into a battlefield. Every miscommunication fanned new flames, and every unresolved emotion between Erica and Scrappy made Bambi feel like she was living with a man whose heart was never fully hers. The tension got so bad that fans watched season after season of explosive confrontations, Bambi accusing Erica of overstepping boundaries, Erica accusing Bambi of insecurity, Scrappy caught between them like a man drowning in two different oceans. And when Scrappy and Bambi's marriage began to crack publicly, Erica didn't hide her satisfaction. She kept it cute for the cameras, but anyone watching closely could see it. The quiet smirk, the subtle digs, the subtweeted shade that let everyone know the old feelings weren't dead, just hibernating. Behind the scenes, Scrappy and Bambi's marriage was falling apart. Rumors of cheating, emotional distance, screaming matches behind closed doors, and a resentment that grew like wildfire with every passing month. They tried counseling. They tried separating. They tried pretending for the cameras. But nothing worked. Scrappy wanted loyalty. Bambi wanted devotion. Scrappy wanted peace. Bambi wanted consistency. They loved each other deeply, but they hurt each other even deeper. And when their marriage finally collapsed, it wasn't a quiet ending. It was a public implosion. That breakup opened every old wound Scrappy ever had with Erica. Suddenly, they were spending more time together, co-parenting, talking, even laughing again. And Bambi, she saw it, she felt it, and it burned. Erica Dixon had moved on publicly, focusing on her kids, her businesses, and her peace. But in private, she still carried scars from her years with Scrappy, old screenshots, old arguments, old betrayals. She remembered everything. And when she heard whispers that Scrappy and Bambi had been entertaining another woman in the last days of their marriage, something Bambi swore was just a rumor, Erica didn't believe it until someone from inside the situation reached out to her, someone Bambi never expected. Someone who had the one thing Erica never thought she'd see with her own eyes: footage. For weeks, Erica said nothing. She sat with it, turning it over in her mind, debating whether exposing it would make her look petty or powerful. Old feelings resurfaced: anger, hurt, humiliation from the way Scrappy had once chosen Bambi over her, even when she had given him decades of loyalty. And then came the moment that snapped everything. Bambi posted a shady message about co-parenting, one that fans immediately assumed was aimed at Erica. Erica didn't respond, not publicly, but privately. Something inside her broke. She was tired of swallowing disrespect, tired of pretending she didn't have receipts, tired of being painted as the bitter ex when she knew truths that could bring the entire storyline to its knees. And that's when she dropped the first cryptic emoji. 1 hour later, the internet caught fire. Because the truth was, this wasn't just a leak. It was a reckoning. And Erica Dixon had finally decided it was her turn to hold the power. The explosion truly began the moment the footage hit the internet. Not because people were shocked that Scrappy and Bambi might have been creeping with another woman, but because of how the leak happened, who leaked it, and what the footage actually showed. At first, fans thought it was some random burner account stirring drama, but when they looked closer at the timestamps and compared Erica Dixon's shady posts, cryptic hourglass emojis, a smirking face, a caption that read, "What's done in the dark comes with HD playback," the internet connected the dots instantly. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't a random hack. This was deliberate. And it was Erica. The moment the footage started circulating, the internet froze, then detonated. Grainy clips filmed in low light showed three figures tangled together in a setting that looked eerily familiar. The beige headboard, the gold lamp, the mirrored nightstand that fans had seen 1,000 times on Bambi's Instagram. The video wasn't explicit enough to be illegal, but just clear enough to suggest something explosive was happening. And that was the problem. It wasn't what the video showed. It was what it implied. The third woman's face never appeared, but her voice did. A soft laugh, a whisper, a comment that instantly had fans scrubbing through old episodes trying to match the tone. And the internet began spinning theories by the minute. Some thought it was a dancer Scrappy was linked to months ago. Others swore it sounded like someone from Bambi's own circle. But one name kept popping up more than all the others. A former friend of Bambi's. Someone she allegedly fell out with years ago. And suddenly, the story wasn't just about cheating or drama. It was betrayal on betrayal on betrayal. Scrappy stayed silent, which only made the scandal hotter. Bambi, furious, posted a now-deleted rant saying the footage was edited, fake, manipulated, but fans weren't convinced. Erica didn't say a word, but her silence was gasoline. The blogs broke records with traffic. Twitter fought for hours over who was to blame. TikTok detectives analyzed the lighting and decor like they were solving a murder. And Scrappy's family group chats? Chaos. But the real twist, the one nobody saw coming, hit when Bambi confronted Scrappy directly. Off camera, behind closed doors, she demanded answers. "Is this real?" she shouted. "Was there another woman? Was this going on while we were still together?" Scrappy, stressed, cornered, exhausted, finally snapped. He admitted there was another woman involved during their rocky patch, but he refused to say the woman's name. Bambi felt her stomach drop. Because when a man won't name the woman, it's someone he's still protecting, someone he still cares about, someone who can still destroy everything. She accused him of lying, covering up, playing the victim. Scrappy fired back that she knew damn well what was going on during their marriage and that she wasn't innocent either. And that's when Bambi broke, because she did know. And that's when the real secret began unraveling. Meanwhile, Erica was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. She wasn't panicked. She wasn't hiding. She wasn't rushing to defend herself against accusations. She was quiet, too quiet, and that's what scared the cast the most. Because when Erica Dixon goes silent, something always comes next. And that's exactly what happened when she received a message from a blocked number, a message that made her freeze mid-step. It wasn't a threat. It wasn't a warning. It was a file, a longer version of the footage, one that had never been posted, one that clearly showed a hand with a very recognizable tattoo. Not Scrappy's, not the mystery woman's, Bambi's. Erica's heart pounded as she watched the clip, her mind spinning. She hadn't leaked that version. She didn't even know it existed. Someone else had the footage. Someone else wanted it out. Someone else had been recording that night. And that meant someone in Bambi and Scrappy's circle had betrayed them long before Erica ever got involved. She replayed the video 6 times, her pulse racing, her stomach twisting as she realized the implications. This wasn't just a private scandal. This was a setup. Someone wanted the world to believe Erica leaked the footage. Someone wanted her to take the blame. Someone wanted Bambi and Scrappy's marriage to burn while hiding in the shadows. But the twist didn't end there, because moments after Erica received the file, she received a second message. Just 3 words, "You're welcome." Her blood ran cold. There was only one person in the entire Love and Hip Hop universe Erica knew who went by that initial. Someone with a long, messy history with both Scrappy and Bambi. Someone unpredictable. Someone who loved chaos. Shay Johnson, the woman who once fought tooth and nail for Scrappy. The woman who hated Bambi with a passion few people on Earth could match. The woman who had her own score to settle. And the realization hit Erica like a slap. Shay had access. Shay had motive. Shay had the receipts. Shay had been watching their drama unfold like a spectator waiting for the perfect moment to drop a bomb. And Erica? She was just the pawn. The pawn the world blamed. The pawn used to spark a wildfire. Erica stared at the message, her mind racing. She wasn't afraid. She was angry. Furious, because now the story had flipped entirely. This wasn't about revenge. This wasn't about jealousy. This wasn't even about exposing Scrappy and Bambi. This was personal. Somebody had dragged her into a scandal she didn't start. Someone wanted her fingerprints on the grenade. And the biggest question now wasn't whether the footage was real. It was why Shay Johnson wanted it out now, after all these years. And what the hell she planned to do next. The moment Shay Johnson's name surfaced in Erica's phone, the entire universe of Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta shifted like a fault line, snapping beneath the cast's feet. Erica stood in her kitchen staring at the message. "You're welcome." Trying to figure out whether she felt more shocked, angry, or betrayed. Because this wasn't some random troll or anonymous burner account tossing drama grenades from the shadows. This was Shay, a woman who had been part of the Scrappy storyline from the very beginning. The woman who once loved him so hard, she nearly burned bridges with the entire cast. The woman who had fought Bambi with the type of unfiltered rage only a scorned lover could muster. And if Shay was involved, that meant this drama wasn't just petty. It was strategic, calculated, personal. Erica replayed the footage again, zeroing in on every detail, every shadow, every background noise, every breath. And she realized something she hadn't caught before. The person filming was close, too close, close enough to touch them, close enough to be inside the room, close enough to be someone the trio trusted. Which meant nobody knew the truth except the one holding the camera. And that person had just chosen to drop the bomb into Erica's lap. When Erica finally snapped out of it, she dialed Shay's number instantly, ready to explode. But Shay didn't pick up. Instead, she sent a voice note, a short one, calm, controlled, and dripping with venom. "You don't even know the half of it, sis. Don't say nothing yet. Let them sweat." Erica froze. Let them sweat. Sweat over what? Across town, Bambi was losing her mind. She had locked her phone, thrown it across the living room, picked it up again, then hurled it into the couch cushions with a scream that rattled the windows. She stormed back and forth in her bedroom while her friends tried to calm her down, but nothing worked. The footage was everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, gossip blogs, YouTube reaction channels, Instagram lives, even Facebook anti-groups. Everyone had something to say. And the worst part? Nobody was dragging Scrappy. Nobody was dragging the mystery woman. Everybody was dragging Bambi. Comment after comment ripped into her marriage, her choices, her pick-me reputation, her years of shading Erica. And the more she saw, the more she spiraled. Because she knew something Erica didn't. The footage was real. She had fought tooth and nail to keep that night buried, swearing her friends to secrecy, deleting messages, destroying the hotel keycard, even blocking the mystery woman on all platforms to erase the past. But someone recorded that night. Someone betrayed her, and someone wanted her destroyed. She paced the room while her hands shook. "It's Erica," she muttered. "She leaked it. She kept this for years just to use it against me." Her friend shook her head. But how would Erica have gotten the footage? Bambi didn't care. Logic wasn't part of the meltdown. Anger was. Rage was. Fear was. She grabbed her phone again and typed furiously, ready to drag Erica publicly once and for all. But before she could hit post, her phone buzzed with an unknown message. 3 seconds later, Bambi's knees nearly buckled. A single photo. Sharp, crystal clear, and horrifying. It showed Scrappy sitting on a bed from years ago, and the mystery woman's face fully visible, not blurred, not hidden, fully exposed. It was someone Bambi once called her sister, someone who had been at her baby shower, someone who had been in her home, someone who had once claimed loyalty to her. And now she understood. Erica wasn't the one leaking the footage. Someone from inside her own circle had betrayed her. But who? She barely had time to breathe before a second message popped up. A voice note. She clicked it with trembling fingers. Shay's voice poured out, calm and ruthless. "Next time you swing on somebody's mama, make sure your secrets ain't louder." Bambi screamed. Meanwhile, Scrappy was spiraling somewhere else entirely. He had locked himself in a hotel room, away from cameras, producers, and castmates blowing up his phone, trying to process the mess unfolding online. He had always been messy, always been impulsive, always made questionable choices. But this was nuclear, and now he was stuck between two women whose relationship to him was already a battlefield, soaked in years of resentment. He rubbed his hands over his face, pacing the room in circles, replaying old memories with Bambi and Erica, trying to pinpoint how everything went so wrong, how the footage resurfaced, who filmed it, why it was released now. And that's when his phone buzzed with the same unknown number Erica and Bambi had both received messages from. When he opened it, his breath caught in his throat. It was a screenshot, an old message thread between him and the mystery woman, messages he thought he deleted years ago, messages where he told her things he never wanted Bambi or Erica to hear. But the real gut punch came from the final screenshot showing the sender, Shannon, Bambi's former best friend, the same woman who appeared barely visible in the leaked footage, the same woman who disappeared from their circle shortly after that night. She was the one who filmed it. She was the one who kept the footage. And she was the one who was now sending it to Erica, Bambi, and him. Erica sat alone in her living room when her phone buzzed again. She expected more drama, more threats, maybe another clip. But what she received instead made her heart drop straight to the floor. It was a message from Scrappy, short, panicked. "Erica, we need to talk, now." She hesitated, exhausted by him, annoyed by him, done with him, but something in the tone felt off, desperate. She called him. He answered instantly. "Erica, Shay ain't the one leaking this." She went still. Shay wasn't the one? Then who? Scrappy exhaled shakily. "It's Shannon." Erica blinked. Shannon? Bambi's old best friend? The one who vanished from the friend group after a mysterious falling out? It didn't make sense, or it made all the sense. Scrappy's voice cracked. "She had the footage this whole time. She recorded it. She kept it. She's the one sending it around." Erica's mind spun. A million questions, 1,000 pieces clicking into place. But Scrappy wasn't done. "And Erica? Shannon ain't doing this alone." Erica's blood ran cold. "What do you mean?" Scrappy swallowed hard. "Someone's paying her. Someone big." Erica's heart pounded. "Who?" Silence, heavy, terrifying. Then Scrappy whispered the name Erica never expected. a name that sent chills down her spine, a name that changed everything. Carly Red. The moment Carly Red's name left Scrappy's mouth, Erica felt the air shift around her like someone had cracked open a portal to a new level of chaos. Carly wasn't just messy, she was legendary messy. Chaos in human form. The woman who could make a storyline out of a text message and turn a rumor into a 5-season arc. If she was paying Shannon to leak the footage, this wasn't just beef, this was warfare. Before Erica could process it, the internet had already erupted into a frenzy. The blog started pulling old clips of Carly and Bambi's arguments, highlighting every shady smirk, every backhanded comment, every time Carly told Bambi, "You gon' wish you never played with me." Fans stitched videos like investigative reporters, pointing out that Carly had gone suspiciously silent online right when the leaks started. And then it got worse. A fake scroll-styled message appeared on several gossip accounts, written in Old English font, like some ancient prophecy foretelling drama. The queen who betrayed the sisterhood shall fall by a sister's hand. The truth hidden in shadows will rise through the forgotten flame. Nobody knew what it meant, but fans flooded the comments. This is about Bambi. Carly is the flame limfowl. Who is the forgotten? Everywhere from nail salons to hookah lounges to corner store barbershops buzzed with whispers, like the city was reenacting a modern urban prophecy. Even production offices were shaken because this wasn't just a storyline. It was turning into a scandal big enough to break the show. While Erica tried to breathe through the madness, Bambi was spiraling in a rage so hot her voice shook when she called Carly directly. Carly didn't pick up, but she didn't have to. 1 minute later, Bambi received a message from an unknown number, a photo of a stack of cash, a burner phone, and a note with just one sentence. "The past has a price." Bambi threw her phone across the room and screamed, because that sentence, that was something she once said to Carly during an argument years ago, something only the two of them remembered. Someone was taunting her with her own words. Meanwhile, Scrappy wandered into a low-key Atlanta bar, trying to hide in a hoodie, but the whole place went silent when he walked in. Whispering spread like wildfire. "That's him. Bro ruined 2 marriages. Somebody filming him RN." Scrappy sat at the bar, hunched over, drowning in regret. But he wasn't alone for long. A familiar, smooth voice slid beside him, a voice he hadn't heard in years. "You look like hell, Lil Scrappy." Scrappy turned and nearly choked. Diamond, the ex, the one who got away, the one he never stopped thinking about, the one who had beef with almost every woman he ever dated. Diamond smirked, crossing her legs slowly as though she knew exactly the effects she had on him. "Heard about your little threesome tape." Scrappy groaned. "Diamond, this ain't the time." But Diamond wasn't there to comfort him. She leaned in, voice silky, dangerous. "You know Carly been trying to get revenge on Bambi for years, right? She's finally doing what she told me she would." Scrappy blinked. "Wait, she told you?" Diamond nodded casually. "And she ain't working alone. Carly's got investors now. She wants a whole spinoff based on this." Scrappy felt sick. This wasn't a leak. It was a business move. Back at home, Erica was pacing, trying to make sense of everything, when suddenly her phone buzzed again. A video. She hesitated before pressing play. The screen lit up with shaky footage of a dark hallway, the same vibe as the prophecy-style clips. A hand appeared holding a lighter, and then a voice whispered, "The one who started the fire must face the flame." The lighter flicked, revealing a single eye watching through a peephole. Erica gasped. That was Carly's eye. She knew it instantly. And the background? A dressing room. A love and hip-hop dressing room. Carly wasn't just stirring the pot. She was sending warnings. She was taunting everyone involved. Erica's body tensed because she knew Carly didn't just want attention. She wanted chaos. She wanted war. And she wanted Erica dragged back into a storyline she didn't even start. As all this unfolded, a private meeting happened at a hookah lounge. One nobody expected. Bambi and Diamond, two women who once hated each other, found themselves face to face in the dim back corner after Diamond sent a simple text. "We need to talk." Bambi arrived ready to fight, ready to yell, ready to throw hands if needed. But Diamond surprised her. She looked serious, almost concerned. "Bam, Carly ain't just leaking footage for drama. She's trying to break you." Bambi frowned, confused. "Why now?" Diamond inhaled slowly. "Because you took something from her years ago." "A man," Bambi blinked. "Scrappy." Diamond shook her head, leaned closer, whispered the name, and Bambi's jaw dropped. She whispered back, stunned. "No, Carly was with him?" Diamond nodded. "Carly thinks you knew. She thinks you stole him. That's why she's doing all this." Bambi felt the blood drain from her face because she did know that man, and she did have history with him. And if this was the real motive? Carly's revenge had nothing to do with Scrappy, nothing to do with Erica, nothing to do with the footage. It was personal, deep, ancient, a betrayal that neither of them ever healed from. And the man at the center of it? Someone very connected to the cast. While Bambi processed that revelation, Erica received one final message, a location pin. No text, no explanation, just a pin dropped in the middle of Atlanta, the same place the footage was filmed. And beneath it, one voice note from the same unknown number that had been contacting all of them. "If you want the truth, come alone." Erica stared at the screen, her heart pounding. She whispered to herself, "This ain't just a leak. This is a setup." And for the first time, she feared Carly wasn't the only mastermind. Atlanta was boiling over with so much gossip that it felt like the entire city had turned into one giant tavern, buzzing with whispers, theories, and accusations so wild they sounded like folklore passed down through generations. At barbershops, men hunched over their phones arguing about who leaked the footage, who filmed it, and whether Scrappy was playing 2, 3, or 5 women at once. In beauty salons, women clutched their drinks like sacred potions while whispering, "Baby, did you see that video? Did you hear what Carly posted? Did you see Bambi's meltdown?" And the workers behind the counter at the corner store were laughing so loud about the new rumors that customers stopped shopping just to listen. The storyline had jumped off TV and into real life. Nobody was talking about anything else. And the internet? The internet was in a frenzy. Fake scrolls were circulating like magical prophecy messages, predicting the downfall of the queen who betrayed the sisterhood, and fans started treating it like a soap opera with supernatural undertones. Every hour, new receipts, voice notes, and leaked screenshots popped up, some real, some fake, some so messy they couldn't even be discussed publicly. One TikTok creator even made a conspiracy board connecting Carly, Shannon, Shay, Diamond, and Bambi like a twisted spider web, and the comments section flooded with people screaming, "This is a cinematic universe." While the world devoured the scandal like it was primetime entertainment, the emotional fallout behind the scenes was brutal. Erica found herself lighting candles in her bedroom, not even for relaxation, but because the electricity kept flickering on and off like some kind of omen, as if the universe itself was warning her that she was in the middle of something bigger than she ever imagined. The room glowed with warm light, shadows dancing across the walls as she stared at the map location pin someone had sent her, the same place where the footage was filmed. Her heart pounded as she replayed the voice note that came with it. If you want the truth, come alone. She wanted answers. She wanted clarity, but she also wanted peace. And peace was now a luxury her world refused to give her. She whispered to herself, barely audible, "What truth? Whose truth?" Her hands trembled as she scrolled through old texts from Scrappy, old photos of their daughter, old memories that reminded her of a time before betrayal, before chaos, before a simple footage leak became a full-blown war, and the emotional weight crushed her. Tears she didn't want to acknowledge slipped down her face as she whispered, "Why me? Why again?" But she wasn't the only one breaking. Bambi was unraveling at a pace even her closest friends couldn't keep up with. The revelation that Carly's revenge wasn't about the footage, but about a man Bambi did know, did have a past with, sent her spiraling into shame, confusion, and fury. She locked herself in her room, the lights off, the glow of her phone screen illuminating her tear-streaked face as she replayed Diamond's words again and again. Carly thinks you stole him. She thinks you knew. And the worst part? Bambi did know. She had tried to forget that chapter of her life, burying it deep, pretending it never happened. But Carly remembered, and now Carly was tearing her world apart piece by piece, using Shannon, using footage, using secrets she had kept buried for years. Bambi sobbed into her pillow, her voice breaking as she whispered, "Why didn't she come to me? Why didn't she talk to me? Why ruin my whole life?" She wasn't crying over Scrappy. She wasn't crying over the footage. She was crying because her past, the one she tried so hard to bury, had come back like a monster hungry for revenge. Meanwhile, Scrappy was fighting a war inside his own chest, seeing Bambi collapse emotionally, hearing Erica's shaken voice, dealing with Carly's revenge, Shay's instigation, Shannon's betrayal. It felt like every woman he had ever been involved with was now circling him like a storm he couldn't escape. He sat alone in his car, parked in an empty lot, gripping the steering wheel so tightly his knuckles turned white. He whispered to himself, "How did it get this far? How did I lose control?" His phone buzzed nonstop, but the message that made him nearly drop it came from a private number. "You started the fire. Now watch it burn." Scrappy knew exactly who sent it, the person at the center of all this, the puppet master pulling strings. Carly read. And he also knew something Erica and Bambi didn't. Carly wasn't just doing this out of spite. She had an agenda, a plan, a revenge so deep it had roots stretching back years. But the biggest emotional collapse came from the one person who had been silent through most of the chaos, Shannon, the hidden woman, the filmer, the betrayer. She had attempted to lie low, but her guilt weighed so heavily she couldn't breathe. Late that night, she cracked. She sent Erica a final message, a long one, a confession, a warning. And in it, she said one sentence that made Erica's blood run cold. "Carly isn't the one you should be afraid of." The moment Erica opened Shannon's final message, her breath stalled in her chest because it wasn't a typical apology, not a plea for forgiveness, not even an explanation. It was a confession soaked in fear. Shannon's voice note trembled as she spoke, her words shaky like someone whispering from inside a nightmare. "Erica, listen to me. Carly isn't the one you should be afraid of. She thinks she's in control, but she's not. None of us are. I didn't leak the footage because I wanted to hurt Bambi. I leaked it because someone made me." Erica froze, her heart pounding as she turned up the volume, listening intently. "He told me if I didn't release it, he'd destroy everything I have. He said the truth had to come out one way or another." "He?" Erica's stomach twisted. Who was she talking about? Shannon gulped audibly through the recording. Erica, he's been watching all of us for years. He has recordings, screenshots, videos, messages, everything. Not just of the threesome, of everyone. He has files on you, on Scrappy, on Carly, on Bambi, and he's playing all of us like chess pieces. Erica felt her hand trembling violently. Someone was controlling the chaos from behind the scenes. Someone who wasn't Carly. Someone who wasn't Shay. Someone who wasn't Shannon. Someone powerful enough to make Shannon betray her friends. "I didn't know what to do," Shannon cried. "So I did what he said. I leaked it, but now he wants more. He wants the rest exposed. He wants the whole truth out. And Erica..." Shannon's voice broke. "The threesome footage isn't the worst video he has." Erica's breath caught in her throat. The worst wasn't even out yet? The phone buzzed again. A second message from Shannon. But before Erica could open it, her entire house lights flickered, then went out completely, plunging her into darkness so sudden she gasped. The phone buzzed again. Another message, and then another, and then another. Erica stumbled backward, heart racing, hands shaking as she fumbled to unlock her phone. 5 messages, 10 messages, 15 messages, all from the same unknown number Shannon had warned her about. Her screen lit up with the first one, a chilling sentence that made her knees buckle. "It's time she finds out." The second message contained a video file. Erica hesitated, her thumb hovering over the play button, terror curling around her like smoke. When she finally pressed it, the screen lit with a dimly lit room. A man sitting in a chair with his back to the camera, typing something, papers scattered around, a giant board covered in photos of Erica, Bambi, Scrappy, Carly, Shay, Mimi, Sierra, even production members. Red string connecting them all like some demented investigation. The camera panned closer, closer, and Erica felt the breath leave her body in one violent exhale because the man in the chair finally turned his head just enough for the camera to catch a glimpse. A familiar beard, a familiar side profile, a familiar tattoo on the neck. Erica dropped the phone, her heart slamming against her ribs as her mind tried to deny what she had just seen. No, not him, not him. She dove for the phone again, hands shaking uncontrollably, and replayed the video with tears burning her eyes. There was no mistake, no trick, no edit. The mastermind behind the leaks wasn't Carly, wasn't Shay, wasn't Shannon. It was Mama D's ex-husband, Ernest, a man who had been quiet for years, a man with a long, messy past with everyone involved, a man who once vowed revenge on the entire cast after being humiliated on national TV, a man with access to their lives, their secrets, their drama, a man invisible enough to orchestrate everything from the shadows. Erica's phone buzzed one last time. A voice note. She pressed play, her entire body trembling. Ernest's voice slid through the speaker, slow, cold, and smug. "If you want the real truth, meet me tomorrow at noon. Come alone. Or the next footage I drop will end careers." Erica felt her world collapse as the phone slipped from her hand. This wasn't about revenge anymore. This was blackmail. This was exposure. This was a time bomb, and she had less than 24 hours. And now, as Erica stands in the darkness clutching her phone, with Ernest's chilling voice echoing in her ears, the entire Love and Hip Hop universe feels like it's teetering on the edge of a cliff. Who would have ever imagined that the man everyone forgot, the one quietly dismissed, the one who slipped out of the spotlight years ago, would be the puppet master pulling every string? What kind of files does he have? What secrets has he been collecting? And why now, after all this time, has he decided that this is the moment to expose everyone? Viewers, ask yourselves, if you were Erica, Would you risk everything and meet him at noon? Would you walk into a trap to find the truth? Or would you let the next footage destroy careers, families, reputations? And what about Bambi? Can she survive the revelation that her past has come back with a vengeance? Will Scrappy finally face the consequences of years of messy decisions? And Carly, was she a villain or just another pawn in Ernest's twisted game? Who is truly guilty and who is being framed? And most importantly, what is in the worst footage that Shannon was too afraid to even describe? Whatever it is, it's big enough to terrify someone who had nothing left to lose. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this scandal just cracked open a darker layer nobody was prepared for. Hit that like button if your jaw hit the floor. Share this video with someone who lives for love and hip-hop chaos, and make sure you subscribe, because part 2 won't just be wild, it will change everything you thought you knew about this cast. Dawn is coming, the truth is waiting, and time is running out.